In a world called Earth, in a remote village nestled among towering mountains and veiled in the mist of morning dew, a baby was born amidst the stillness of nature, the silent witness to life itself. His first cry pierced the silence of the night, like the opening note of a long tale yet to be written. Inside a modest home, a pair of parents gazed in awe, their eyes glistening with tears, unable to conceal the overwhelming joy swelling in their hearts. 9 months of struggle and hope had now been fully repaid. The mother, her face weary yet glowing with a smile, held her baby's hand tightly. The father, who had always appeared strong, shed tears of happiness for the first time in his life. "This child," the father whispered, his voice trembling, "will bring change." They named him Yuan, a simple name, yet one imbued with deep meaning, the root of eternity and the beginning of understanding. They had no idea that this little baby would walk a path unlike any ever imagined, a path of understanding, power, and the hidden mysteries of the world that lie behind the veil of reality. The baby grew slowly, day by day, as time flowed like a river that never ceased. The villagers soon noticed one thing: this child was different. His eyes were not like those of ordinary children. Gray eyes, like stormy skies heavy with secrets, gazed upon the world with a calmness far beyond his years. In that gaze, there seemed to dwell something deeper than mere sight, a comprehension, or perhaps a silent judgment from a soul that had lived many lifetimes. His hair was jet black, straight and smooth like threads of night silk, framing a face unusually handsome for a child his age. His features were sharp yet soft, as if the world had tried to mold him to perfection from within the womb. The villagers would often say, "He will grow into someone extraordinary, or become a being who will shake the world." But Yuan was still just a child. He did not yet know that his fate was not written with ordinary ink, but with the footprints of understanding and the mystery of the Tao itself. That small village, hidden between mountain slopes and quiet valleys, was home to just over 100 souls. Though simple, their lives were peaceful and full of warmth. There were no sects, no wars, no grand ambitions, just people living in harmony with nature and with one another. That day, the blue sky cast its light onto the clear river flowing along the village's edge. Children's laughter echoed through the air, blending with the rustling of leaves stirred by a gentle breeze. By the riverbank, a boy stood still, different from the others. Yuan, with his gray eyes that seemed to hold the depth of a stormy sky, he gazed at his own reflection in the water. His handsome face was still innocent, yet there was something in it, a quietness, a distance, as if his soul was observing the world from behind an invisible veil. Beside him, 2 boys of the same age sat cross-legged on a flat river rock. They were Mu-I, the cheerful one who never ran out of words, and Fan-Tu, quieter, but always by their side. "Hey, Yuan," said Mu-I, tossing a small pebble into the water, sending ripples across the surface. "If you could choose, what would you want to be when you grow up?" Yuan didn't answer right away. He kept staring into the water, as if searching for an answer within himself. Fan-Tu simply shrugged, looking at the 2 of them lazily. "I want to understand this world," Yuan finally said softly. "Not just live in it." Mu-I laughed, not fully understanding. Fan-Tu stared at him a little longer, then gave a faint smile. The 3 of them, just children from a secluded village, didn't yet know that one day their names would shake the very order of the world. Yuan was now 7 years old. Mu-I was the same age, always full of energy, while Fan-Tu was just 6, slightly shorter, and still fond of carrying his handmade wooden doll wherever he went. Under the afternoon sky, now turning golden, the three sat by the riverbank, their feet dipped in the cold, clear water. Birds chirped in the distance, and sunlight danced on the surface like fragments of golden light. "I'm sure I'll become the strongest warrior in the village," shouted Mui, raising his hand and striking a mock battle pose. Fan, too, nodded slowly. "Then I'll be the greatest hunter. I'll catch a white tiger like in my father's stories." Yuan gave a small smile, then lowered his gaze, letting his fingers trail through the gently flowing water. "I don't know what I want to be," he said softly. "But I want to know. Why does water flow like this? And where does it go?" Mui frowned. "To the sea, right? My father says all rivers flow to the sea." Yuan turned to him. "But why? And if all water flows to the sea, why doesn't the sea ever overflow?" Fan too fell silent. Mui looked confused too. After a moment, Mui answered with a serious face. "That's because the sea is smart. It knows how to hide the water." Yuan chuckled softly. "Maybe the sea has a secret." Fan too nodded slowly. "Like you, Yuan. You have a secret too, don't you?" Yuan didn't reply. He simply stared at the flowing water in front of him, as if the river was speaking something that no child their age could understand. At their young age, they had no idea that this quiet conversation by the river would be the beginning of a greater understanding, one that would guide their steps down a path from which there would be no return.